Let's refine it further. Let's refine it further.
We'll make it mad, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch, where passion meets. From the start to the top, we can't be beat. Double clutch, we're making that double clutch. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch with Mike and Matt. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track.
Let's refine it further.
We Mike and Matt, lead the way.
Let's refine it further.
We're here to stay. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, we're making that. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track.
Let's refine it further. Let's refine it further.
Always on track. We'll make it back. With the clutch, double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track.
Yo, what up? Welcome to episode 12 of Double Clutch. It's your boy Mike. That's the homie Matt. What's good, everybody? What's up, homie? How you doing?
Man, what's happening, bro? Running. You know what it is, man. But you know, we here now. My bad, y'all. But we here. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get live. It's time to get with it. Have some fun, baby. You already know.
Yes, sir, man. Definitely looking forward to this. What you was out doing your real estate thing?
Yeah, man. I was with a client. Well, it was with one of my clients who bought a house, but they finally got a chance to move in. So I had to go out there, you know, bring them. It was crazy because, you know, usually as a realtor, when your client moves into a home, you go off and you buy them a gift or whatever. So I'm thinking I'm smooth. You know what I'm saying? I go buy them a nice bottle of wine. You know what I'm saying? So I was running behind. So I went to Costco, got them a $100 bottle of wine. I pull up and give them their wine and walk in the house, and they greeted me with a black box of Dom Perignon champagne, and I was like, "Oh, let me just go ahead and put my let me put my stuff back in my pocket real quick."
I'm gonna tuck mine in.
Exactly. So, but man, it was cool though. It was cool. Good family, man. Real good family. It's always cool. They when you work with a good family, they was like, man, we don't want this to be the last time we see you, this, that, and the other. They want to meet my wife and kids and whatnot. They're just good people, man. Good people to be with.
I seen your biggest little realtor. I be sending reels and stuff, whatnot. So I see you doing your thing.
Man, on the grind, man, on the grind. It's kind of taken away. I told my wife, I was like, look, I got to go at least 6 months hard in this with the social media aspect of it. So I got to still, though, be able to, I'm trying to map out some time. That's what one of my goals for 2025 was mapping out time to be able to balance the socials on both ends, because I don't want to slack off, you know what I'm saying, on the reptile spot of it. And I ain't been posting as much as I would like to on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So as far as the snake stuff goes, so I got to get back to that. But yeah, man, you know, on the grind, you know how it is.
For sure, man. Yeah, I definitely know how that is. Let's see who we got in the comments tonight. We got the homie Darren Sloan Morphs in the building, man. If y'all hadn't seen the stuff he's been posting, man, he's been posting some wild stuff, man. And so definitely, man, check him out with the 15 minutes of lane competition and check out the stuff he posted, man. Like I said, he been posting some wild stuff, so it's pretty tight. So definitely check it out. We got the homie Wiz in the building again. Whiskey Bomb Network. What's good, homie? We got Lucky's Pythons in the building. We got Double Clutch Patreon member from day one, Nikki Irresistible Pythons in the building. What's good, sis?
She was day one and number one, wasn't she?
Day one, number one.
Yeah, her and Kurt.
Progenitor.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. The homie Rock Serpent Nerd in the building. What's good, homie? See us. We got 352 in the building. Brian, what's good, homie? We got Jamie in the building, another Double Clutch Patreon member. And then Brian, of course, Double Clutch Patreon member as well. Patreon representing. Jordan, Heartland Reptiles, what's good? Some of the best enclosures in the game. If you ain't checking out the enclosures that he doing, bro, when I say next level, I mean next level, bro.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out the homie Jordan, Heartland Reptiles. Aaron, what's good? Batter up. Got Rocks. Got wifey in the building. What's up? What's up? Love you. Y'all make sure y'all show us some love in the chat, man. And don't stop there either. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hook smash that notification bell. So, bro, man, it's end of the year, last episode 2024. We just popped off Double Clutch this year, man. So it's been a learning experience. I done had a lot of fun doing it. Interested, like, what's some of your thoughts? You know what I'm saying, wrapping up the year?
Oh man, it's been amazing to me, man. It's the whole experience. I'm a rookie in the podcast game, of course. You've been in what 2-3 years now. I feel like it's been a minute.
Yeah, going on 3.
Yeah,
February 17. It'll be 3 years. Nobody's counting.
Right. So I mean, the whole thing has been it's been a learning experience, man, and it's humbling to go through it from using the computer mic and camera to using, you know what I'm saying, the earphones with the mic, or then using, you know what I'm saying, going to this mic, then upgrading to a webcam. Now I'm looking for actual camera to set up to, you know what I'm saying, even increase the quality. Because I saw Snakes and the Fat Man make a comment in here, and I don't want to be on his videos with the scruffy videos he put out not too long ago about people coming on podcasts doing stuff on their iPhone and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So but you know, just to be on that, I mean, it's all humbling. I mean, even to have dudes like Chris in here right now, you know what I'm saying? Dude's a legend in the podcast game. You know, one of the originals of podcasts.
Top
when it comes to this reptile stuff. Yeah, when it comes to the reptile stuff, man. So the whole experience is humbling, man. Even on the side of just starting the Patreon, and like you said, having Kurt and Nikki jump in. I see Jamie's in here. Her and her husband are in the Patreon as well. Just to have those people have enough confidence and faith in us to be able to not only patronize us, but stick with us as we grow. Like, we got changes coming to the Patreon that we talked about last week. But just, man, the whole experience, man, has been humbling. I'm grateful for it, and I'm enjoying it, man, for sure. What about you? How you feeling with it?
Yeah, man. Real quick though, speaking of Chris, if you hadn't seen Chris' video that he dropped, I think he dropped it yesterday, but it's on his channel, the Fat Man Nation. He was just basically addressing, you know what I'm saying, like taking criticism from folks online and stuff like that. He dropped some absolute gems in that video, bro. I don't know if you had a chance to see it.
I haven't.
Y'all had a chance to see it. Definitely check it out.
I bet it's good. I've had at least 10 people send me the link to the video. Like, bro, you got to watch the video. You got to watch the video. You got to watch. So, oh yeah, it's definitely on the. It'll be watched tonight. I'm sure as soon as we get off, I'll be tuning into it.
Yeah, it's that legit, bro. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Going back to your question, so like this was like for me a whole new concept or whatever, you know what I mean? Because when we came in, we had been talking about doing the show for a good little minute, man, and then kind of let it get away from us a little bit and whatnot, and then we finally came to it was like, yeah, let's do it. And that was my second podcast, you know what I mean? And so like I wanted to do something like totally different from Clutch Conversations, and so kind of like the main question was like, how do we make it different, you know what I mean? Right. Considering like we covering a lot of the same subject material as far as like ball pythons go and stuff. And so I was like, man, I don't know. And then we decided we wanted to deep dive on topics and like really talk about important topics that not a lot of people ain't talking about, or maybe nobody's talking about it at all. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once we made that conscious decision to do that, that's when we kind of like got the wind under ourselves and we knew a direction we wanted to head, man. It's been dope, man. It's definitely a lot different than Clutch Conversations from a preparation standpoint and just kind of how you think about it. But that's a good thing because it's exercising new muscles now, you know what I mean? And so you got to exercise new muscles to grow, you know what I mean? So just getting more and more brolic in this podcasting space is how I see it. But definitely been enjoying it. It's been, some things have been like a challenge, you know what I mean? Like kind of what going back to what you was talking about as far as like balance, man, and kind of figuring out how to balance the content, figuring out how to balance that with the Patreon and then the breeding itself and keeping the animals, the rodents and stuff, and then regular life on top of that outside of the reptile space, you know what I mean? So definitely had some challenges, definitely learning a lot. It's crazy, man, because like I look back like from the beginning of 2024 to how it is now, and like so much stuff has changed, so much stuff has happened. And really, bro, like I feel like this has been my biggest growth year from a personal perspective, you know what I mean? And maturing within my craft. And so I'm really thankful for all the opportunities that I had this year. And I'm thankful to be in this spot, man, because we at the top.
Yeah, for sure. And that, you know, and there's only, for me, it's like it's only room to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start off, when you, at least for me, when we said we was gonna do this, I felt like okay, we starting at the bottom. Like I said, from whether it's from equipment to even knowing how to flow, to even knowing, you know what I'm saying, what topics we was gonna come up with, to the whole thing. And it's just been a constant progression upwards, and the support from the community has been great as well.
100%.
You know,
100%.
It's just been great, man. So I've just appreciated it all, for sure. Don't mind me real quick. I gotta turn on this light. You good though? Go ahead.
But yeah, man. Like I said, man, super thankful for all the opportunities and things I was able to go through this year. You know what I mean? Because it's just mean growth. And I know 2025 going to be just that much better. Like continue to grow, continue to grind, just continue doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we went back to the drawing board on some things. And so like now we kind of remixing a few things here and there. Definitely more to come on that. So definitely stay tuned. But yeah, remixing and moving things around, right? Because a plan is meant to be dynamic. You got to constantly look at it and say, hey, let me refine it further. You know what I mean? Right. To make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Because the minute that you stop is the minute that you become complacent and garbage and trash, where, you know, that's just what you become. The minute you stop changing, or the minute you stop evolving, the minute you stop listening to the people, and seeing what it is that, you know, the people want, but also stand true. And that's what I really liked about this show so far, is that we stayed true to what it is that we was going to come to do. You know what I'm saying? From the guests that we brought on, to the knowledge that we brought on, to the way that we ran the show, we stayed true to that, and not diversion off into other things and other lanes that other people are in. And just stayed in our lane. And whoever comes in and catches that wave with us, catches that wave. Whoever comes in on a repeat and catches that wave. And whoever doesn't, it's been nice to be okay with not trying to appeal to all audiences. You know what I'm saying? Just staying in our lane and doing what it is that we love to do with it. So that to me has been great, bro.
100%. 100%. What's been some of your favorite moments from the show?
Man, I mean, even just recently, the last show when we had
Lori and Summer.
When we had Lori and Summer on, the knowledge that they were dropping when it comes to just the brains of the ball python, basically, like that's how I was looking at it, man. Just the info that they was putting out about the thinking patterns of the ball python and what makes them such good pets and not, or you know what I'm saying, how you could differ, which ones are going to be great pets versus which ones are not. And which ones are for keepers, really, like if you're breeding for keepers, just those habits that you put into the ball python that never really crossed my mind. You know, I always knew parrots were smart, parrots, things like that, but I never put that into a ball python and tried to think of it like that. Who else do we have on that I really enjoyed? Oh my gosh.
Dr. Tillis?
Yes. That the one with the nidovirus and stuff?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah. So that episode was a great episode as well. And even in that episode, for me, I got new practices as far as my quarantine goes. You know what I'm saying? But then it also helped me out in knowing just that the stuff he was saying made it like, okay, there's stuff out there and it's inevitable that it's out there and it's everywhere. you know, and everybody's got some kind of microorganism living inside of they racks or they tanks or something, and that it only takes, you know, the switch or something to trigger that thing to go off. You know what I'm saying? And so bringing it down to that, it made me more relaxed about the whole when everybody tried to push the Nido stuff down your throats, almost like COVID for that time period. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure. What about you? What were some of your go-tos?
Yeah, actually, both of those. I start with like the Nido since that's the one we was most recently talking about. But yeah, he did a really good job of like really like level setting. You know what I mean? Like level setting. All right, so what is this virus? How does this virus behave? Where is this virus? What can you do to mitigate risk to your comfort level of risk adversity? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so like I really like how he broke all that down. You know what I mean? First of all, establishing, hey, like you said, this is out here, and it's everywhere. It's not just like this person or that person, you know what I mean? It's everywhere. This is what we know about it. This is when we tend to see it react to testing. This is what you can do to mitigate it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your quarantine practices, whether it's your day-to-day husbandry, so on and so forth, and knowing the signs, knowing what to look for, all that good stuff. And so I like how he really broke that down and then kind of took the boogeyman factor away from it. You know what I mean? Because it's like you said, man, you see it, it's like, I don't want to say scare tactic, but like you just hear about it and it just like, it makes it this thing that everybody's like freaking out about and scared. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be concerned about it, you know what I mean? But I am saying that you shouldn't overreact. All right. So this is what we know, and this is what you can do. And the biggest takeaway for me was that he gave like actionable steps, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That things you can do to mitigate your risk in your respective collection. And so like that was super dope. Definitely like last episode with Summer and Lori. That was super dope. I'm so glad Summer put me up on game on Lori.
Yeah.
And like when I was thinking about that episode and I had pitched it to you, I was just thinking about, it'll be a good idea to like link them two up so they can talk about the Canova Pet Success Program, you know what I mean, and the science, the literature, the work, because Laura been grinding, bro. Like she been super grinding, and so you can see like what kind of went into that, and so like that's what we set up to do, and I feel like that's what we did.
Oh yeah, for sure. That I mean, just that whole episode, I mean, for me, answered a lot of questions, because even like I was telling them, you know, like I said on the episode, like when that came out, when the Canova Pet Program came out, like I know for me in the circles that I, you know, the Patreon, I'm in a bunch of Patreon groups, but it just the community as a whole was like, what the heck is a pet program for ball pythons? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Like that, these are not dogs. These are, you know what I'm saying? Who can target train a ball python? All these things, you know what I'm saying? All these things that were listed. I'm in my head, I'm like, dude, ain't no, what in the heck is this that's going on right now? But the way she broke it down, man, and made, okay, I was like, okay, yeah, that is true. You know what I'm saying? You can, everything that she was saying made sense. And then it just made me look at my collection and think about, some of my animals do have habits that they just that they have, and then there's habits that I've encouraged or even brought more out. Like my snakes, that I only have a few that I'll take to my educational shows that are ball pythons, because the rest of them gonna sit there in a ball and not do nothing. But then I got those few that have been handled and being handled since they were babies, because I knew I was going to do the shows with them, that the minute I open up the tub, they coming right out. They're not even chilling in the back or retract. Like when you close the tub, they don't retract and cover their heads up or nothing like that. They coming on out. So a lot of stuff she was saying was making sense, man. So I love that one for sure.
Yeah, that was a great episode. I really love her passion too. Like you can tell that she put in a lot of work into what she's doing. You can tell that it's a whole grind. You can tell that she interested in learning more and more and doing more and more in that space. And so like you can just like you can hear that passion, you can see that passion just by virtue of the work that she's done. And so like I said, man, that was a cool episode.
Yeah, greatly appreciate that comment. Who is that? Nikki or Kurt? Nikki, really appreciate that comment. For sure, because we definitely contemplated and talked about it for at least 8 months, 9 months about whether how we was gonna do this for sure. So no, definitely appreciate that. You know, and I don't think it. Shoot, I mean, even in that respect, I don't think it came from us not being scared. I just think we just wanted to come we wanted to come correct. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We definitely want to come correct. Hold on, let me plug up my computer for my.
Yeah, big shout out to Kurt and Nikki. We definitely appreciate y'all believing in us too. You know what I mean? Like we said earlier, they jumped in like from the jump. Like number one,
the minute we went live.
I think it was before I even knew it was live, bro.
Right. Right. Yeah, because I had made it live and we didn't even know it was like live. I thought we just made it and we was just setting the putting the tiers and stuff on. We didn't even know it was live yet, you know. So it was wild. It was wild.
Yeah, that was a good surprise. That was a dope surprise. But yeah, man. Also like doing the networking stuff, that's been a new challenge. Definitely different things to like navigate and understand and figure out. So that's been another thing like pushing me too as far as the whole content creation arena. Yeah,
I mean, because it's a lot, man. It's a lot that goes into it that happens behind the scenes. And shoot, I'm only a part of one show, but you behind the scenes are part of what is it now? Six shows?
We got 5 shows.
5.
Yeah, 5 shows off the runway, and then we got another one coming soon.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's a lot of work, man. So the growth in it has been, you know, I mean, you could tell. I mean, shoot, everything is crazy because we look back 6 months and we was playing with the doggone chat GTP and trying to and making the songs and stuff like that. And we in the group sending songs back and forth to each other, this, that, and that. And now, you know what I'm saying? That was a whole wave started. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody got, you know what I'm saying, songs on the front of their thing that ain't nobody really singing. It's AI on that joke. You know what I'm saying? So it's been some ways that you know what I'm saying, that people have took from the network, and I think it's great, man. I think that everybody should be in on that and using that, man, and making their stuff better. You know, we all taking from each other and learning from each other. So
100%. 100%, man. Like you got to be innovative. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to do something different that ain't nobody else doing. But yeah, I like that it's caught on too, and more people doing it. And it's some dope songs out there too.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm a little biased. I feel like dopest ones live on this network. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
Oh man, for sure. You know,
but yeah, it's some tight stuff out there, man. I'm really feeling that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. And shoot, it's been good. I mean, it's just been a good year. I feel like for the network, I feel like it's been a good year for me individually. I thought that doing this was going to take up. I was like, dang, I don't know if I want to do it. It's going to take up, like, I ain't going to be able to do it. I ain't going to be able to balance it all, but I am learning how to balance it all. And that process has been great, figuring it out, man. And the crazy part is, I feel like since starting this, I thought I was going to be pushing more stuff to the side, but I'm actually taking more, like, my workouts that went from 3 workouts a week to 5 workouts a week. And that's simply because the group, people posting their workouts in the group, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not about to let everybody outwork me in here. You can't be Big E if you ain't big out here, bro. So you gotta get, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get on your grind. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a simple stuff like that, man. So now I'm up, you know, every morning at 4 o'clock out here getting a workout in. Me and the wife got one in this morning. You know, so it's it's good, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah, that In Your Circle jam is super catchy, man. Like, I be at work sometimes and I have one of them songs in my head, man, and be scared I'm gonna sing it out loud.
Right. You know. Yeah, it's been great, man.
So what would you say the biggest lesson you done learn?
Oh man. As far as the network stuff, I would say what I say, quality in, quality out when it comes to the snakes, quality in, quality out with this stuff even as well. Like there's a standard, you know what I'm saying? And I believe like my vision for next year on my vision board is my backdrop. Like I don't care if I gotta paint this whole wall black and then push this down some, so then this is not in my view, because I love to just cast the podcast on this wall or cast it on this wall. But how do I become more professional looking and make this more clean? And I think that for me has been, the one thing that I've learned as far as this stuff goes. You can do it on your iPhone, your Android, whatever, but it's not going to be top quality. The sound's not going to sound good. You're going to get all the background static and fans. And like right now, I got my fans going and it's all good, but if not for this microphone right here, that wouldn't be the case. For me, that's been, the thing for me as far as growth, as far as this thing goes, like just trying to get the most quality stuff that I can. I just got that doggone DJI thing. Now I got to get the mics. Nikki sent me the mics, and I saw the mics. I'm like, oh God, that's a shoot.
What mics?
The DJI mics for like the
like the layout mics.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about getting one of those just for the videos for the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Just so the quality is better on there to service the people that's patronizing on the Patreon. Like so man, it's just giving me a lot of ideas, man, for sure. What about you?
So I done went through like a lot this year, like in this space, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some good, some bad, but I think like the biggest lesson that I've learned really is really the reiteration of a lesson that I already knew, which was stick to the process, like stick to what you're doing, focus on the process, focus on the grind. Don't none of that other stuff matter. You know how like when you practice in football, you know what I mean, at the beginning of practice or at the beginning of like that practice season, man, you go back to those fundamentals.
Right.
Focus on those fundamentals. That's what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so like kind of going through like all the things at the end of the day, you got to focus on the process. You got to stick to the plan and look at that, and everything else will fall into place. And so, like I said, man, it was really just a reiteration of a lesson that I already knew.
Yeah, man. And that's really what I mean. That's life. I mean, at work this past week, we've been writing down our goals for, this upcoming year. But it really is a lot of the stuff that I wrote down was stuff. Shoot, I'm like, I already knew this. I just got to be disciplined to doing this stuff.
100%.
And that's really what it comes down to, what you're gonna be disciplined with. So, but yeah, man, that's what it is. I've also learned outside of this that it is I don't know. It's man. I thought it was like drama and not drama, but like it's just a lot, man. It's just a lot. It's just a lot, bro. Like I knew it was like that in the reptile hobby, just as in general. But even on the podcast world of it, it's a whole nother class.
Oh yeah, podcast world. It's a whole nother level, bro.
And so
it's a whole nother level.
I've definitely learned that, and it's been fun learning it. You know what I'm saying? It really has been fun because I laugh at a lot of stuff like that, man. I just don't. It don't bother me really, and I think it's because I've just been, I've been like this all my life. So it's like either you're gonna hate me or love me. Like there is no in between, and so I accept that from people, and I love that. So Yeah, yeah. He said, yeah, there is some drama. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
Man.
it's definitely some drama.
It
I
is.
mean, it might
It
be
is.
kind of concentrated in certain places, but it's definitely some drama.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I think it's done though for me is like it's opened it up to like it's crazy because just looking at the hobby this past year and being now in this space, I could see differences like the drama in the snake side, the drama on the podcast side, the drama in the shipping side, the drama in the you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's like every little thing because now I'm getting this perspective of everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just messing with breeding snakes and staying in that lane. I'm actually in other lanes and getting some knowledge from people on other lanes. And I'm like, dude, are y'all serious right now? Like, so it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Man, yeah. Like you would have never thought it. Just looking back, like 2020, we got in 2020, and looking back when we got in, I had no clue about a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of came in it because of the animals. And then as you start like learning more and more and more, you're like, dang, it's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Right. It's a lot, man. It is a whole lot. Shout out to Levant. Hey, what's crazy is I was talking to KG earlier today. And we was talking about Levant's, all good stuff because you know Levant's an OG. But
OG.
But man, it was like he would always be on the podcast and he'd be like, and he'd just be talking about like he always Levant's always keeping 100. Everybody know that. But he just he would say stuff like, man, I just stay out of all that drama and all that, and then I'm starting to see it now. That it is out there. It's everywhere, man. And I'm a peaceful dude. I'm too big not to be peaceful because then I'd be the intimidating, the 6'7", 300, near 300-pound intimidating dude trying to bully everybody. And that ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm a big peaceful dude, but I definitely see I definitely can see it now, man. And it's crazy though, but it's been a learning experience, and I'm loving it though. I'm loving every part of it.
Yeah. Big time learning experience. Like I said at the beginning, man, I'm thankful for everything I went through this year because I pulled something from everything.
Yeah,
everything.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So appreciate that.
Yeah.
So hey, we're gonna kick the sponsor break real quick, and then we're gonna bring the homie Zach on to chat about Husbandry.Pro.
Yes, that's what I'm excited about. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Experience the epitome of elegance and excellence with Reagan Renee Rural Pythons. Working projects like DG Krypton and DG Clown, you can place your bets on quality and let Reagan Renee be your winning hand. Expect innovation and unmatched customer service with every interaction. Elevate your collection with the finest quality ball pythons. Visit them on Instagram and Morph Market. Discover the extraordinary at Reagan Renee Rural Pythons. Step into a world where dreams take shape with Ozzy, a true leader in the reptile industry. Known for unparalleled customer service and a dedication to excellence, Ozzy sets the standard. His cutting-edge projects continue to inspire and push the boundaries of what's possible. Submerge yourself in a future full of possibilities. Join the journey, embrace the innovation, and above all, keep dreaming. What up? What's good, bro? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Uh-oh. Is he muted?
I think you muted, bro. Or your audio not in.
My bad. I've muted because I've been coughing back here like a motherfucker. I got pneumonia, upper respiratory infection, but we doing it live.
Dang, bro. Dang. Sorry to hear that, man. It's been a lot of nasty stuff going around here in Florida.
I'm telling you, same here, man. Like everybody's getting sick. I'm trying to get ready. I leave like day after Christmas for a cruise. I'm heading down Christmas Day for that Houston versus Baltimore game. We're gonna check that out. Go see that. Then we leave out, head to Galveston in the morning, man. So I'm trying to knock this shit out. They done gave me a shot and all kinds of stuff. I've been breathing treatments. I was like, I ain't playing. I'm going on vacation. They're like, you want a COVID test? I was like, no. I ain't trying to put on lockdown. Like, I'm fine. Ain't no fever. Let me go. Going to my cruise. COVID done ruined 2 cruises for me. It ain't ruining number 3.
Say, ain't nobody got time for this, man. I got stuff to do.
I'm scared of those things, man. My wife keeps trying to get me to go on one, but I'm like, me and the boat just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know.
See, like I'm okay, like boat on the lake and stuff. But you start talking about like boat on the ocean, like I like kayaking. I remember the first time I kayaked out in the ocean, like the sun started going down, and I'm just hearing like Jaws music in the background, like dun dun dun. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
I ain't doing that.
No, I'm not the one. I'm the one. Like, let's get in the running car. Like,
I went kayaking one time, man. We passed by alligator, probably about 4-5 feet away from us. That was way too close for me.
Yeah, no. You're not even supposed to get in the water in Florida.
Oh no, man! I live in Texas. Like we go swimming in crawfish holes out in the backyard, and you never know. There's liable to be alligators, whatever, snakes, whatever's in there. We just swim with them. It's cool. They ain't there for us.
So tell them, man, what's up?
Like I ain't, like I'm doing good. I'm here. I'm sick, but I'm still here because like I got them immunities built up from growing up country. Like we wanted to go swimming. We didn't have no public swimming pool. There wasn't no reason. You had to like move the lily pads out the way while you're waiting out there. But like I remember going out in the pond with a stick. It's like, what's the stick for? In case you see a water moccasin.
Yeah.
So what's been going on with Husbandry.Pro, bro?
Oh man, dude, so much, man. We've been running me ragged. Let's talk about the goodness. The most recent thing is we got this competition for win $1,000. We added shed testing through Charlie. Shedtesting.com. And so now, whether you're a Husbandry.Pro member or not, you can order your shed testing through Husbandry.Pro. We've got a public facing side and we've got an inside for our users. And you create a clutch of animals with paw sets and stuff like that. You can click right there on the animal and order your tests right there from that screen. And then you get the results back in Husbandry.Pro. You push a little button and automatically updates your animal for you. So, saves you, it's all about saving you steps. That's what Husbandry.Pro is trying to do. Like, if you got it over here and you got it over here and you're using Husbandry.Pro, we want you to be able to do it all in Husbandry.Pro and not have to get out to go do this and get out to go do that. And that's just one of the things we had, like we love Charlie, so we wanted to do that out. And so to kick that off, we've got $1,000 giveaway. And let me see. You got Billy from Mutation Creation. You got Kittinger from Kittinger's Reptiles. You got Amos Reptiles. Everybody knows Jason. You got Bob Vu. Everybody knows Bob. And you got Brian Carter, BC's Balls and Reptilia. You can win $1,000 credit with one of those 5 breeders. All you got to do is order a shed test between now and the end of the year through Husbandry.Pro to get entered to win. You ain't got to do nothing else. Just order a shed test. If you ain't ready to send it in, just go ahead and order your test before the end of the year to get entered to win. And I had a lot of people like, man, I don't know. I'll never win that stuff. We have a dozen entries. You have a really good chance of winning. There has not been many people ordering shed tests from our system. I'll throw it out there. I ain't shameless.
So with that,
it's a lot of one-off people who don't know Charlie or aren't used to going directly to Charlie already or directly to RGI to get their testing in. So,
right.
We're the new place on the block, and really, it makes the most sense if you're already a Husbandry.Pro user.
With that entry, if I buy 10 shed tests, am I getting 10 entries or is that all one entry?
If you do 10 orders, you get 10 entries. So that's a little catch there. You don't want to put in one order for 10 animals. You want to put in 10 orders for each animal. It's not worth the money. Just, if you're doing a second test on the same animal, just go ahead and throw it on there. But if you've got multiple different animals, that's how you get multiple different entries, is just by putting an order for this one, put in an order for that one, and you can get more than one entries in there.
Gotcha.
And up your cases. Like, we've only got about a dozen, but one guy has 4 of those because he put in 4 individual orders.
Okay, that's what's up.
So, also,
in terms of adoption rates, I know you mentioned that it was kind of slow right now, but how does that bump up against the expectations y'all had when y'all was starting out? Like, did y'all have like any expectations in terms of like how quickly folks would start to adopt it?
Honestly, I expected a little bit more of an uptick than we got, but we also dropped it right during the holiday season. Extra money slim. And, none of this was designed really to pull any business away from Charlie. We weren't looking to capitalize the business that Charlie's already getting. We were trying to get some more business over there to him that he's not getting from people who haven't heard of shed testing. We have a big, nice write-up that we've done to explain to new users what it is. We've reached out to, our 10,000 registered users that keep ball pythons. We got about 22,000 users, but we only reached out to the ball python ones. But we sent a nice email about it, and that's where a lot of our orders came from. was from people we hadn't heard of. There's a couple people who ordered who were with Charlie, but they use Husbandry.Pro and they just want the convenience of being able to, you know, push the results back and forth through there. So we are getting a little bit of that, and it's just it hasn't been horrible. We didn't expect like a whole big flood of it in the beginning. You know, we're still slow rolling it. All we have is the standard shipping or the standard package for Charlie right now. You know, you pay the same thing at our site that you pay at Charlie's site for your test and your second test. We will have, hopefully by the first of the year, no guarantees because we're all about to go on vacation here for the holidays. The credit system. So Charlie's got a credit system where you can buy, you know, credits for like up to 20 plus tests. You get a price break and you get a price break again, I think at like 50 tests and then again at 100. We'll have that integrated into the system. And then we'll also get in the Choose 3 that he's got where you get, I think it's 3 tests for $88, $75, something like that. I don't have my numbers in front of me. I'm totally slacking. Been sick all day. But we'll have those out. And really, I expect we'll see more of a tick there, you know, because realistically, a lot of us guys, you know, guys like us, we're not sending in one test. It's very rare. You know, if I'm sending in tests, like, oh, I'm sending in 10 or 20 and I'm going to pop off. I know I'm sending in 20 tests. Well, I'm gonna get those credits and get them for, you know, $45 a test instead of $50 a test. So we expect to see a little bit more of an uptick with that. And that's where you get like big upticks. So that's why we figured the competition would help get a little people over there. That coupon code I just put up, get you $10 off your first order. So if you're already getting a discount somewhere else, that $10 off makes it a $40 test. You're going to be right there within that. You know, maybe you have a good deal for some of the people who have a large amount of snakes where they're getting it a little bit cheaper, but they're not getting in that chance to win $1,000 credit to one of those big boys. And that's 2 or 3 decent snakes for an entry-level breeder, 1 nice snake for a mid-level breeder, or a down payment on something awesome for somebody looking to, you know, move up. That's why I try to make sure all the 5, I handpicked all those people on the list, you know, and I got people who had stuff at like every kind of price bracket. You know, I wanted to make sure we had something, you know, like you got Billy and Amos. And I mean, even I think everyone on that list has got snakes that are, you know, hit up over that $5,000 price tag and stuff. So, you know, should appeal to everyone to go ahead and get an entry in there.
Big facts. So, any other new functionality rolling out with Husbandry.Pro?
Oh, so much, man, so much. In preparation for a market we just rolled out, which is, you know, I'll touch briefly on that. I've got an absorbent amount of feedback from people wanting us to make it morph market, and it's just, you know, I'll say it up front, it's not happening. Husbandry.Pro is the husbandry website, and it's going to stay a husbandry website. It's for husbandry and for managing your business platform, basically, once you get into the higher tiers. So we've had available to collector level and above a public storefront where, you know, you can mark your animals for sale. You get a public storefront. It's like having your own little mini web page without having to build your own web page. And you can send that to people. And that's stuff we've had. We've made a ton of updates to that, getting ready to kind of roll out this market as well in the past year, such as buy now features. You know, you can connect your PayPal, Square, or Stripe or Swipe. I always get it mixed with. But you got 3 different payment processors you can pick through, and we're looking at adding some more like Zelle and some other things. It's just that stuff that'll come in the future. We're really kind of paused for Husbandry.Pro Next, which is the whole new platform version we're coming out with next year. But
what's up with that?
Not to digress onto that just yet.
Okay.
So the market, we've got, you can set up payment plans on there. You can take payments now on there. You can send that to somebody. Like it kills me. Like I talk to Darian on a regular basis. We have a great relationship, and you know, I tell him this all the time. Like, why would someone ever send someone their morph market link? You just sent them a link to, you know, if we're talking ball pythons here, I'm assuming you send them a link to 35,000 other ball pythons. You know, that's asinine to me. It's crazy. Here, look where my stuff and all my competitors are. With your Husbandry.Pro store, if you're updating your morph market, your Husbandry.Pro store is already updated because you went through Husbandry.Pro, your system of record, and updated your records. And now you know what's for sale, and you go take your morph market export and put it on morph market. I'm not saying don't use morph market. I'm saying when you're sending people a link of where they can see your stuff, send them a link where they can only see your stuff. Send them your Husbandry.Pro store. There's nothing they can click in there anywhere to take them to his snakes if he's not the one who sent them to him. And so you've got that nice little feature. And we added all that in there. And then right about the same time we did shed testing, which is why you haven't heard much about it. We didn't want to overshadow the shed testing thing. We rolled out the little market. Anybody in the world can now go to Husbandry.Pro, scroll down to the bottom of the page. We kind of hit it. We're going to move it up front. And then, next year we'll move it up to the front after shed testing's had its heyday and up on the spotlight there. But it's already there. When you scroll down to the bottom, it says public market, and anybody can go in there and look and see what stores are available. And that is everyone who has a registered store in Husbandry.Pro. And then you can click on their stores and shop just by the store, or there's a separate animals tab where you can go and look and see what all animals are listed in the Husbandry.Pro stores. And that is where now people can actually go and see your animals and stuff like that. And the big reason we did that, more so than like not making it a listing site, was to give our users who are utilizing that store the ability to be Google searched, really. So now if you have an orange dream yellow belly vanilla pied and someone Google searches orange dream yellow belly vanilla pied, Morph Market spends an exorbitant money, they're going to be first. But right under there, you're going to see your Husbandry.Pro store. If that's in your description, now it's going to pull up on the front page of Google since we added that store. So that's just added little stuff that helps you generate your business, helps people find you. It's more like a Craigslist kind of thing. If you get any inquiries or any store purchases from there, just like if you had your own website, it's on you to vet the customers. It's on you to vet whether or not you feel comfortable selling to that person, whether you want to set up the ability to automatically take payments from someone you've never talked to who hasn't been vetted. So that's how we're able to keep it where we didn't raise the price on anything. We're not going to raise the price for this. We're not going to add a lot of bells and whistles to it because it's just an added feature that we're giving people for free. I'll say that it's a little more fluid than most of the other marketplaces that have rolled out lately. Everything works pretty smoothly. We try to make sure it works well and it's there and it does everything you would need it to do, but it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a listing site. And that's because we wanted to strongly detract people from coming over to Husbandry.Pro just trying to utilize this as a listing site, because it's not what we were set up to do. And to make our site more listing site friendly, we would have to completely go and redo a bunch of stuff for Husbandry.Pro. And we would lose a lot of people in the beginning who just came here just wanting to do their husbandry stuff. And we've seen other people do it. Like Darian's caught a lot of hate over all the stuff that he's added. They're like, oh, he's making it bloated. It's like, they already think Husbandry.Pro is bloated. We're not going to try to bloat it too much more. That's the reason we're doing, into my Husbandry.Pro next. That's the reason we're doing Husbandry.Pro next. We're pulling the bloat back out of it. We're simplifying it. Here's your husbandry site. Got your business management at your higher tiers. And we're just plugging in the world to Husbandry.Pro and letting everybody else do it. And we want to work with the community instead of taking on the community and trying to do everything ourselves. We want to partner with Robin from Redline. We've partnered with Charlie from shedtesting.com. I'm in the process of working a deal with, Cold Blooded Cafe to get their frozen feeders plugged in where you can auto order whenever your feeders get low. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to work with everyone in the hobby. Everyone grows together when everyone works together.
100%. 100%.
I talk a lot.
No, you're good. No, it's good. And that's also that all starts at the collector's level, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Once you get the collector's level and you get the storefront, everybody can see the store listings. But if you want a public storefront and everything, go ahead and bump on up to the collector level. It's still really inexpensive.
Yeah, I'm looking at it all right now. $12 a month for collector's level people. $12.
And really, you want to look at the annual, because the annual you get like a 20 or 30% discount for just paying it up front. I think it's like $89, $90.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always better if you can to pay the annual. You get a way deeper discount.
Yeah. Yeah. Always, man. I'm telling y'all, everybody who's doing monthly, like, here's a little tip for y'all. All of y'all out there on the monthly subs. I don't care if it's Morph Market, Husbandry.Pro, quit it. Just stop. You paying too much. We all offer you a discount for paying annually. And there's we've got the numbers. The amount of people who use it for a month, cancel it for a month, use it for a month, it's minuscule. It's nothing. Everybody, if they're using it for the whole year. Just pay for the year. Save yourself $1.
Yeah. I definitely do that. Like, go ahead and go for the whole year. Otherwise, you're going to be paying like almost, sometimes like 30, 40, 50% more, depending on what company.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the standard's usually like 20 all the way up to, I think one of Darian's tiers is almost 40% off. I think it's like his highest tier, but that is like $800 something. So Like, you better give me a discount. You better give me something like $800 or something, $900. I got still a lot of snakes to make that. Or one really good one.
Do you think them rolling out more husbandry features on Morph Market will have any impact on Husbandry.Pro?
Not necessarily. You know, and me and Darian have had talks about this and stuff. You know, I mean, he's not a bad guy. I don't have anything against the guy. You know, honestly, he called me the day before they released their first new husbandry item, you know, because John had released some husbandry stuff and Darian put a shutdown on it. And for a long time, we just had, you know, we had a peaceful like handshake deal on, you know, he wasn't rolling out husbandry stuff. We weren't rolling out any market stuff. And he called me the day before he launched the husbandry stuff as a courtesy to let me know he was going to roll it out. You know, and that's one of the reasons we rolled our market out too as well. It's like, hey, you want to roll out some husbandry stuff? We'll roll out a market thing. It's like you've had people clamoring for some of this stuff. We've had some people clamoring for, you know, at least some way to search. You know, it started off, we weren't even going to offer it to the public. It was just going to be for Husbandry.Pro users to see what other Husbandry.Pro users had. But it's like, we can stick a link on the front. It didn't cost us anything. And then to make it public also gave us the ability to make all of your stuff searchable on Google. So that we felt like that was a big feature that didn't cost us a whole lot in development to just go ahead and make it. We actually had to slow roll it and spend a chunk in development to make sure we maintained the sanctity of your storefront, because it was real hard programmatically to get it to where once we did that, people couldn't just go to your store and then just click out of it and go everywhere else again, just like Morph Market. And so we did maintain that. You still, when you send someone their store link, they still can't get to our market. So, you know, it's friendly, you know, but just talking with him, you know, like we haven't had a whole lot of users on our market. He hasn't had a whole lot of users on his husbandry stuff. You know, it's when you run these companies, there's somebody every single day asking for something. Every single day, somebody wants you to do something because they want to utilize the system in a certain way that they aren't capable of doing it. And, you know, honestly, we spent over 4 years adding every single thing that anyone asked for. And that's how we ended up with our system being so full featured as it is now, to where it can do anything. But that's also why we're having to go through and do a Husbandry.Pro next. We got to trim some bloat. You know, it's like, oh, somebody asked for this. We spent thousands of dollars developing it, and he quit using the system before we ever got rid of it. Nobody has touched it one time. He was the only person, you know, stuff like that happens. It really does. And so
you routinely look at like usage metrics.
Yeah, we periodically, you know, we don't live there as much as some other guys do. We look at it a lot lately because we're doing the Husbandry.Pro next stuff to see what works and what didn't. In the beginning, it was just add it for everybody, because we have a very strong stance that we're not taking anything away. And Robert is steadfast in that. Like, if we've put it out there and it's in our system, it will always be in our system. It will never go away. So you don't have to worry about that. And even when we roll out our Husbandry.Pro next, if people don't like it and they want to, you know, be like Pawpaw, and Pawpaw doesn't like change, and they want to keep using that old system, guess what? It's still there. We're not going to wait 6 months and then slowly peter it out and make you go to the new system like most companies do. It's just going to be there. You can just keep using that. But when there's new bells and whistles added, they're not going to be on there. You know, we will always do brake repair on it. We've committed to that on the old system. You know, we'll keep fixing it if it breaks. We do have some minor stuff that might come out, you know, but it's more like stuff related to the market or things that, you know, because like even whenever we roll to the Husbandry.Pro next, it's still going to point back to that same market page we have right now. So some of that stuff might get some adjustments, but Husbandry.Pro as it sits is pretty much Husbandry.Pro as it sits. And Husbandry.Pro next, that we'll be trying to get into some beta testing the first quarter of the year and hopefully release to the public by second quarter of the year. So
what does that transition process look like for like current users who own like kind of like the OG Husbandry.Pro going over to Husbandry.Pro next? Like, is it going to be like an automatic transition, or are they going to have to take some sort of action?
There'll be some sort of actions needed, very minimal. I'm going to be like, hey, here's our new Husbandry.Pro next. Come check it out. And you'll just connect your Husbandry.Pro next to your old account. Everything will be simultaneous. So you'll be able to fluidly go back and forth, because the way we're going to roll it out is in tiers. Well, if you're a commercial user, there's going to be features that are not going to be in the new Husbandry.Pro next. So if you want to use the Husbandry.Pro next, you're going to have to get comfortable with going back and forth a little bit. We're going to make it easy to go back and forth with a nice little button switch. Like, hey, go right back. I go into Husbandry.Pro next. I add my animals because all that stuff's going to be in there. It's easy. It's fluid. It's nice. Oh, I need to go adjust my store. Well, that's not in there yet. Let me click the link to go back to old school. Bam, I'm in old school. Now adjust there. You're not going to have to do anything. All of your animals information is automatically, like when you update it on Next, it's automatically updated on the other one and vice versa once you connected them.
Okay.
So everything will be completely seamless, completely fluid. You won't never have to go to the new system if you don't want to. If you do want to, you just go over there and you just put in it. Basically, it'll be a token code. You put in a token code from your Husbandry.Pro, use the same login information and everything, and it just copies everything over going forward, connects them together.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And you said when in 2025?
Don't hold me down. Don't hold me down. We're shooting for, man, we were shooting for getting some beta testers this year, but everything's been crazy. It's been wild. We've had some staffing changes. We've doubled down on this new systems we're using for the Husbandry.Pro Next, which is the Next.js platform. And we've had to train up a bunch of new people to do it because honestly, it's the new latest, greatest. If you want a developer straight out of school who's got a degree for working on Next.js and the Meta platform, you're talking, 6 figures plus for a developer. They're high dollar and high demand, and they have people begging them to come work. But the Next.js platform is so easy to use. We're able to train up our existing developers in a 3-month window and get them to where they can operate in it without having to go to college for it and get a lot better bang for our buck than, hiring all these people to come in. And so we've had to look at that, and we've done a lot of training, and that's really started to take off now. Everyone's starting to catch on with that. And it's really moving now once all the back end database stuff is being knocked out. So we're making rounds, and, and then the holidays, just like we finally got some steam going. We hired a couple new guys. We got them trained up, and then it's like, oh, here's Thanksgiving, New Year, holidays, Christmas. I'm on vacation. Owner's on vacation. Like I'm on vacation right now. I love you. I'm here on my vacation, drinking my big old glass of warm apple. What am I even drinking? Warm apple Everclear with some honey and a lemon. I think I was supposed to put some water in it, but I forgot the water.
Well, bro, man, I appreciate you coming on tonight, man, telling us about Husbandry.Pro, man, and kind of like all the new stuff that y'all got rolling out. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some of the new enhancements for sure. Yeah, I was trying to get you to commit to a date though, but nah, I know how it goes, like with building like software and stuff like that, because like I work with like some teams that do a lot of that work, and it's like all kind of things that you kind of gotta try to plan for as much as possible, but inevitably something is going to come up, whether that's like some sort of issue or some sort of nuance that wasn't thought about on the front end. Like it's just like all kind of things that happen. So it's definitely not a hard date set in stone most of the time.
Oh yeah, and sure enough, as soon as you're all like, oh yeah, give me 2 weeks, it's like something's going to break, something's going to go wrong. You're going to have to move that date. But really, like first quarter for some beta testing, we'll get our partners in there. I believe you're a Husbandry.Pro user, right, Mike?
Yeah.
I saw your account on there. I don't know why we ain't got you in our partner program yet. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
But our partners are going to get to beta test it first, and we'll have our, got a bunch of really good partners. Shane, Jeremy Warfel, Harbins.
Let me go ahead and buy my yearly subscription then, so I could be in this beta test then, because yeah, don't worry about it. I'll put mine in. But it's good to hear you say that. What you were saying about you guys doing the market and not Husbandry.Pro, but the other one, Morph Market, doing a little bit of the husbandry stuff. Because I did have a Husbandry.Pro, but then when Morph Market came out with their husbandry, I was like, shoot, it's kind of better to have all my stuff on one side and just pay one account. And then I went over there, I've come to find out that I am more of a hey, you do what you do best and do it to the best that you can, and I like Morph Market, but Morph Market husbandry spot sucks.
It like does, man. And me and Darren have had that talk. I've told him,
there's no comparison. It sucks. I put in all my animals, and I'm like, dude, this is trash. Like, it's hard to maneuver stuff around. It's hard, like it's trash, bro. And I'm just being honest.
Why we ain't doing a listing site? Because it would be the same way. It would be trash. Like you're trying to stick stuff on top of stuff it wasn't designed to do, and it's just not going to be fluid. It's not going to be smooth, intuitive. It's it's not what the system was designed for.
Right.
you know, and so yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that because that yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get my yearly subscription back tonight. Then that no worries with that. Because I went over there for a minute. Anyway,
we're even refocusing down, you know, on the Husbandry.Pro next to make sure that, you know, it's in those tiers, you know, because we definitely, you know, like, because there's people who don't want any of that extra stuff. There's people, you know, who don't breed. They just want your husbandry. They just want the tracking and stuff. Honestly, I just want the higher tier stuff. I don't do the husbandry and the tracking and stuff. I don't track feedings.
Right.
You know, like I track feedings for my dozen other species, but even still, I don't even track it. I just use it for the feeding notifications because I've got 12 species and some of these things eat twice a week. Some of them don't eat for 5 weeks.
Right.
And so it just became a lot to keep up with. But, you know, we have people who just use it for the husbandry and we want them to be able to do that. So that's why we're trying to keep like those first couple tiers. That's just where your husbandry stuff's at. You want this business management tools and stuff that's, you know, comes along with, you know, breeding and stuff like that. Well, we want to make sure we have that and it's robust and it does everything you want it to do. But we prefer it connect to other people's systems instead of us trying to do it all ourselves. Because, you know, I mean, there's already good companies out there doing shipping. There's already good companies out there doing rodents. There's already good companies out there doing shed testing. You know, we have the capabilities and the manpower and the financial backing to where we could have done any of that. And, you know, we had talks about starting our own shed testing company. We had talks about starting our own shipping company. And it's just not who we want to be. You know, we stepped into Husbandry.Pro. Robert started this because there was a void. There wasn't anything here good. You know, yeah, like I hate to mention other people's names and stuff, but I mean, y'all know like the stuff that we had like before Husbandry.Pro 4 or 5 years ago, it was crap.
Yeah.
I was still using like Excel spreadsheets mixed in with some reptile scan, mixed in with some other stuff and some notepads because nothing did everything you needed it to do. It just did a little bit. Yeah. And so we filled the void. And now people are asking us, hey, I use Husbandry.Pro. I'd like to be able to do this also, do that also. And it's like, do we go against the grain and try to start a company that's going to compete with all these guys who've been in the hobby that are respected? Or do we reach out to these guys and try to form relationships with them and work with these guys in the hobby and try to, you know, all grow together? And so that's the route we've gone. And
big facts.
Do it. Hope it doesn't drown us.
No, that makes sense, man. Y'all could be. I mean, there's a Nike, there's a Adidas, there's a Reebok, but you put them all together, or you start trying to do everything, then you turn into Walmart and you just trash. You know what I'm saying? That's why people go to Walmart in pajamas because it's just no, it's just trash. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to Nike in that. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely go to Walmart in that. You know what I mean? So hey, I like y'all motto, man. I like what y'all doing. Like
these kids nowadays, man, they don't even get out of their pajamas. My daughter, like, she's like, I'm ready to go, and I'm like, ain't that what you wore to bed?
Exactly, man.
You know? I'm like, baby, and she's like, what? Shut up, just get in the car. And I'm like, this is what my life has become. Like, we don't even have to. Like, can I wear my pajamas? Shit.
Right. You know. So no, I like that though. I like that thought. That for me, that means a lot for me because I like if I'm investing in you, I want you to be focused on what it is I'm investing in you in. You know what I'm saying? That I'm putting my money into, and which would be the husbandry inside of Husbandry.Pro. You know. So
big facts. Big facts.
Rare.
All right, fellas. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight, man. Definitely appreciate you hopping on, chatting it up with us, man. And like I said, man, definitely looking forward to seeing the upgrades and all that stuff that come out in the future for sure. Appreciate everybody for sliding through tonight, man. This has been super dope. And I meant to say this earlier, and I meant to say it Thursday as well. So this coming Thursday, there will be no episode of Clutch Conversations. We're taking a end of the year vacation. We'll be back at the beginning of the year. So no episode of Clutch Conversations next Thursday, which is, I believe, like the 26th. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Use that code HP Shed 20, Shed 10 for 10. I tried to bump it up, bro. Inflation. Inflation. They gonna be like, I heard it on Mike's that show. He said 20. No, HP Shed 10 for $10 off your first shed test order with Husbandry.Pro. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all coming through tonight, listening. Shout out to the replay game. Make sure y'all drop a comment. Let us know you were here. But that's gonna do it for tonight. For Double Clutch, I'm Mike. This is the homie Matt. That's the homie Zach. The lovely lady behind the scenes is the car. Thank y'all for coming out. Be blessed.
Peace out, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
With Mike and Mac, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch where passion meets. From the start to the top, you can't be beat. Double clutch, with Mike and Mac. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. With Mike and Mac, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch where passion meets. From the start to the top, we can't be beat. Double clutch, with Mike and Mac. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Always on track. With Mike and Mac, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch, where passion meets. From the start to the top, we can't be beat. Double clutch, with Mike and Mac. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Always on track. Always on track. With Mike and Mac, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch where passion meets. From the start to the top, we can't be beat. Double clutch, with Mike and Mac. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. With Mike and Mac, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch, where passion meets. From the start to the top, we can't be beat. Double clutch, with Mike and Mac. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, with Mike and Mac. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Always on track.